Yeah, Tom Madsen, Discovery Bay. I've lived around here all my life, so I'm speaking from memory. Cape George was a farm, Beckett Point was a fishing club. Cape George decided to become a residential development. They built a marina. Beckett Point thought that's pretty cool. They wanted to build a marina too. But the sand that was feeding Beckett Point wound up in Cape George's marina. About that time, and Beckett Point started washing away. About that time, the citizens of the state said, this is nonsense. We want shoreline master plans so that these chains of events don't happen. The situation at Beckett Point and Cape George is the exact reason why we have a shoreline master plan. When I read this plan, in the body of the text, it clearly requires Cape George to be designated natural. Septic tanks raining down 300-foot bluffs are a health and safety hazard. But when I look at the maps, it's not. The instant you sign this document, you're giving great benefit to people whose properties are listed as being less restrictive than the body of the document requires, and you're potentially harming the citizens of the state. So in end, I'd like to quote a Wall Street Journal article on honest service. The concept is simple enough. One court has described honest services fraud as the public not getting what it wants, deserves, honest, faithful, disinterested service from public employees. The federal law seems ideal for prosecuting public officials since you don't have to prove loss of money. The public sector cases typically involve personal gain by a public official. I have evidence that there's a public official that's going to gain from this. I'm asking the county to look into it and see if there's anybody else that might.
Remind people that anything that's said now is not part of a public hearing. If you do want your comments considered, please send them to us, or if you turn them in like this, they'll get there. Anybody else?